Hey, welcome to the Overshare Pamphlet. My name is Rob, and I'm the host of this one-man show, coming to you every Monday at 6 a.m. UK time. Yeah, hello. I swear to God, every single intro of my episodes is just me giggling and cackling and doing whatever. But today, as you can see from the title, I guess, we are going to be talking about the Oscars, the Oscar nominations specifically, but also a bit of like drama, I guess, and some controversy that has recently ensued in the movie space, and specifically right around this like award season. So it's something that is quite concerning, to be fair. Like it really deals with specifically if you've been aware of the SAG-AFTRA strike and the strikes that have been happening. Well, they happened last year and the year prior in the movie industry, specifically regarding the use of AI and many workers being very concerned about the possibility of being replaced by this new type of technology. So it's and this whole discussion has reignited because of the recent controversy surrounding two major movies that are, were at least before this scandal front runners for this award season. So so I'll basically be talking about the controversy, what it entails, what are the consequences, what are the possible consequences of this, and why people are so up in arms about this. And also I will be checking out the categories and the nominations at the Oscars and just giving y'all my wish list of who should win, because at this point I was about to do a prediction on who is going to win, but at this point I think after this controversy it's pretty much all up in the air, I guess, and it's difficult to predict as well because of how unusual the situation is, so we'll get into that. But anyways, first off, you already know, songs of the week. You can find these songs, by the way, in my playlist of the month called the Overshare Pamphlet Songs of the Week January 2025. So it's on Spotify. You can go check it out. It has all the songs of the week for each, for this month, but there's plenty of other playlists for each month. So go and listen at your own risk. First off is, actually, you know what? I want to start with this one. I don't care. Sports Car, Take Make Rave. I am so fucking obsessed with this song. I cannot tell you how many times I've already listened to this. It came out this Friday. I'm recording on a Sunday, and I've listened to this so many times. I cannot stop playing this song. I'm not kidding. This is probably going to be definitely going to be the most streamed song of the month for me already. But she has the potential to be a big song for this year for me. But yes, this is a new single from her upcoming studio album called So Close to What. We already had two other offerings from this, which were Two Hands and It's Okay I'm Okay. I loved It's Okay I'm Okay. I'm indifferent to Two Hands personally. I don't really like the song that much, but It's Okay I'm Okay was a good song, but I still think this is the best song as of now that came out of this project, and I think this should have been the first single personally, or maybe the second one, I don't know, but definitely not so late in, I mean, to be fair, it's still the album is still 1 month away from being released, so there's still plenty of time. But I think the song is just pop perfection. It's just so good. And honestly, I'm surprised that the song feels quite complete despite being 2 minutes and 40 seconds. It's definitely better than Greedy. Greedy was literally a ringtone, 2 minutes and 10 seconds or something. This feels more like a complete song, I guess, because there is a proper outro. I guess the bridge and the outro are linked in a way. There's no third verse, third chorus, of course, but the outro and the bridge being linked sort of makes it feel like it's a complete song and a full length track. But I love it. This is Greedy 2.0, but I think I would dare to say it's even better than Greedy. Like, I really love it. This is definitely like in the same vibe though, in the same sphere of Greedy, like that Timbaland type of production, like the very Y2K type of production. The Britney influence is very big. I've seen people talking about also Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls in terms of like percussions and everything, and it is also giving that, I guess. It's very sultry, very sexy, very fucking good. I'm just gonna talk a bit about this song because like I've been listening to it so many times, and I try to understand why I like it so much, and I think I'm like there, like I understand what it is. It's a combination of like many things. First off, the production, I would say, is stellar here. Like, it's so good. The percussions are like the what is it called, the sync drums or something, like that type of like Timbaland percussion is just so good. The bass work in this one is just incredible, especially in the bridge slash outro part where she goes into like, oh my guy, you don't want to waste my time. Anyways. But that part is, the bass there is just going fucking crazy, insane. Synth is just incredible. Ryan Tedder, I think, produced this, so finest work ever done. He collaborated with so many like pop artists already, so he's a very well seasoned producer, so incredible. It was also behind Greedy, I think, so that makes sense. But this is probably the best collaboration I've ever had. Like, this is the best track they've done. And so the production is one big thing, of course, but I think also the vocal performance in this and like the melodies used in the song are just out of this world. Like, they're just like so perfect. Like, they're so sultry for the subject matter as well. And I think also the lyrics are actually very good for once. Like, it's not supposed to be like a very deep song anyways, but I think it's just like very, sexual without being too direct, which is probably sometimes even the best thing ever about it. But I don't know, like the first verse is just so cool. Like, hey cute jeans, take mine off me, that stuff, incredible. We can share one seat, like so good. But also, yeah, as I said, like her delivery is just impeccable, like so sultry, and then it goes into like the very high pitched like falsetto pre-chorus, which is perfect for the, in terms of contrast with the chorus. The chorus is instead like it's a whispered chorus, like yin yang in the song basically. It's so good, so good. And the best part is that also the first chorus and the second chorus are slightly different in terms of I guess vocal stacking. Like, the first chorus is very bare in that sense, in vocally wise. Like, it's just one or two maybe vocal stacks and that's it. But then the second chorus, which is repeated, is just so good, so intense, and like so many different vocal layers, just like different high pitches and like low pitches as well. So it's just so good. And then you get into like very explosive bridge outro slash it's just incredible. And then the synth at the beginning and at the back is just like so, like the siren sound is just. And then the video complements the song in a very weird way. The only thing I have to say about that is that she talks a lot about the name of the song is called Sports Car, but not in a single frame of the video. You see a sports car. So what are we doing there? Like, you had a sports car in the previous video, Two Hands, but it should be this one. I'm just saying. But anyways, go stream it. This is the best song ever created. I don't care. Like, I need this in every playlist I could ever make, basically. So damn good. Yeah. Then I have a lot here. I started making like a house playlist on my profile, and I came across this K-pop track called Official by Aichelin, and it is so nice. If you like house music, you love this track. It's just pure house music, and it's like the good combination between like house and K-pop, because it's like still very much like out there in terms of K-pop melodies and production, but it's still very much house, Western house music, like British house, I guess, music, European house, I don't know, but it's just incredible. I have to also give a side note to this group, Miami, also another track by the same group in the same EP, I believe. Also super good. So I'm keeping an eye out for these girls. Like these two girls, these group. This group is like, I don't know. I think it's made out of 7 people or something. But girl, what are we doing? Like, it's just incredible. Like, I am so impressed. And I have very few streams on Spotify, so I'm surprised. But this song is just generally like house perfection. I just cannot recommend any better song than this one right now. So yes. Then Legendario by Nathi Peluso is just so good as well. Pop music just rocks. I'm so sorry, but Nathi Peluso, she's Latin American singer, and she has always been on my radar anyways, because I have been listening to her. Like, she has a very interesting approach to music. Like, she's an in between of a rapper and like a singer, and she's very like dramatic in the way she performs and all. Like, listen to My Fiosa, for example, by Nathi Peluso, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. But she is very like charismatic as a performer and everything. So I'm always looking out for her songs. My favorite track by her in general was Delito. That was one of my favorite songs ever. But now she came out with a new album recently, and this is called, well, the Grasa, I think, is the album name, but Legendario is my favorite track on that album. I'm sorry, but it is. So go listen to that if you want a bit of that Latin pop in there. It's not really, it doesn't, like, production wise, like more pop and like almost hyperpop. Not really hyperpop, but kind of like that bratty sound is there definitely. Also, apologies for the sounds in the background, but it's just like I need to keep my window open because I am hot. That's it. And then I think I also want to include this track called I Want You Yesterday by Wallace the Jester. The visuals for this are crazy. They remind me a bit of for this album in general also of Crybaby by Melanie Martinez, but this song is like interesting. Like, it has that circusy production at the beginning and like throughout the song, but she's just like very I don't know, like if I would categorize her as like, well, this might be a ballad, hopefully. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, but this song is really, really good. And I need to check out the album, I think, because I am intrigued by... I liked also Flash in the Pan. So, yeah, I need to check out The Jester as soon as I can. But I Want You Yesterday is my favorite track as of now. I need to check out the album, as I said. It seems like she's getting into that, like, singer-songwritery camp, but in a very unique way, like sound-wise. So I'm intrigued. I'm sad. So yeah, these are the songs. I have so many that I saved in that sense because of the. Actually, you know what? Did I talk about this one already? I can't remember. Let me see if I talked about this like the other time. What was it? But yeah, the songs, as I said, like, you can find them in the playlist. It is a big playlist, to be fair, already, even though I started like a bit late. Well, actually, yeah, I haven't talked about this. Fergie, what the fuck? I never thought I was going to talk about a Fergie song, but Tension by Fergie is just such a good house track. I think it is house. I would classify it a bit as a house track. It's not like typical house, but it's really, really good. And it gives me Brat vibes a bit. I don't know why. I said on my stories like R.I.P. On Instagram, R.I.P. Fergie. You would have loved Brat, because this song is sexy and bratty and just really, really good. I think Fergie would fit so well into the hyperpop scene. I cannot stress this enough. So yeah, like, thank you for this track, honestly. Like, so good. Go into it. It's very, very good. I am impressed. It has a very like electric guitar-y type of like production as well. Very cool, very cool stuff. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into this topic. Well, interconnected topics, I guess, but it's just one big topic, I guess. So I think I want to start first with the controversy, the drama here, and then I want to get into the Oscar nominations, because I need to first explain why I'm not going to give you guys my predictions specifically. So what happened? Very recently, an editor for the movie called The Brutalist had an interview with a news anchor, basically a news tech. I don't know, like a tech news website or something. I don't know. And it was probably like what, last week, basically. And by the way, this website is like very low key. It's called Red Shark News. So basically, this is a news website that is not really popular in that sense. It's not really like a big trade in as of now, but it gained so much traction because this editor started spilling so much stuff on this movie that shouldn't have been said out loud. He admitted that basically while he was editing the movie, the Brutalist, he used an AI software to amend the accent of the two actors, of some of the two actors in some scenes, and the reason is because like this movie, The Brutalist, is basically about a Hungarian architect like that started the Brutalist movement basically, and it's just like a full story about that. But the main actor playing this role is British, and he had to put on an Hungarian accent while speaking in English, and it wasn't, according to this editor, as authentic as it could have been. And so he used this software called Respeecher, I think, and basically amended the accent of the two actors actually in a dialogue. And now you may think, what's so bad about that? Like, why is that such a big deal? And haven't they, like, isn't it the same thing as using autotune or whatever, or all those things? I was like, well, it's not. Like, let me explain it specifically why. First off, the context here is that for the past 2 years, or almost 3, I think, the entertainment industry has been in the pits of hell because a little big strike happened not too long ago about specifically the usage of AI in film production and movie production, and there were so many concerns from the workers of being replaced by AI, so many people losing jobs because of these tools used to basically automate a bunch of stuff that was done previously by human people. And so actors, co-workers, and everyone like involved in production and everything else went on strike for a long time, which caused further delays in the production of movies, which also then therefore caused a lot of losses in earnings and all that stuff. Like, it slowed down the entire business. It was a catastrophic event for many movie productions and many people involved. But it was for the best in the sense that the strike itself, because they really needed to strike a deal in terms of contracts and on how AI tools are used and fair usage of that, which is still not completely like satisfactory, to be fair, because there are still so many great areas, and AI is such an interesting area that is developing so fast, and legislation, as I said also in one of my many episodes about AI, is not unfortunately keeping up with the advancements in this field, just purely for the way the law works in general. Like, it takes a long time to like have laws come into place and all that stuff. So that strike itself was vital for the longevity, I guess, of the industry and the workers included in that. And so you would think that after this whole mess, these accidents would be avoided. And again, why is it so big? People are saying, oh, it's just a tool. No one has been fired. Like, this person used an AI tool. No one was replaced in that sense. But this is just an incident that can cause a major leeway. You know, like, it can lead to way bigger issues down the line, like way bigger issues. So, and the very important matter here is that the Brutalist is and was, before this accident, a major front runner for the award season. So if this movie won, it already won so many awards at the Golden Globes before the controversy happened, basically. And so if the next, few award ceremonies award this movie as well, despite the controversy, then any movie is going to be like, from then on, any movie producer is going to be, tempted to use AI to perfect their movie, and it's going to be, oh, if I want to win an Oscar now, I have to start using AI, or like if I want to win any awards, I can actually use AI now, and no one will care. So completely defeating the purpose of the of the strikes in the first place. So that's major. That's a major incident. This shouldn't have happened, or at least if it happened, it should have been kept under wraps. And this is not the only movie also in the run for Best Picture and other stuff, like in the front runners as well as critically acclaimed, that has been exposed to have used AI tools. The other one is, of course, Emilia Perez, which also used, I think the editors, the vocal editors there, used AI tools to enhance the musical performance, the singing performance of one of the main actresses, to make her reach higher notes. So yeah, the problem here is like, people are just defending like these projects, or saying like, oh, it's just a tool. No one has been replaced. We're not talking about replacement. There's still judgment behind these things. People are using these AI tools as only tools, and then there's no automation completely here. But that's what I'm saying. Like, first off, if that was the case, it should have been made clear from the beginning. Why was it kept under wraps then? Loki, you've done something wrong, or like you've gone against your peers who have I've gone on strike for so long, And second, again, as I said, today is just like a matter of an accent being fixed or tweaked, or like a high note being extended, or like a pitch being altered. And tomorrow it's going to be everything else, even actors themselves being replaced by, and it's already happening with like, deceased actors and all that stuff. So, God knows where this is going to lead us. You know what I mean? So what I am saying is, one, it's not a simple movie that no one cared about. It's a major front runner that is being awarded for, it's incredible cinematography and everything else, and performances, but also, I think specifically it's very weird for both movies, for both Emilia Perez and The Brutalist, that the AI was used here in a very interesting way, like that defeats the entire purpose of both movies. So for Emilia Perez, which is a musical, by the way, they used, as I said, like a AI tool to like alter the pitch of one of the songs sung by one of the actresses of the movie, right? Meanwhile, you have another movie like Wicked, that, as far as we know, of course, I don't know if there's any controversy about that, but has only used live recordings, no alterations, no autotune, nothing, to have these performances in the movie. Is just incredible, right? But they've not been awarded, and instead in the Golden Globes, Emilia Perez took home a lot of those nominations. That should have, in my opinion, gone to Wicked then, knowing the controversy. Like, why are we celebrating something that has been edited and over-edited so many times, when the whole point of a musical is also the songs and the voices, right? When there are already movies that are doing the same job in a very good way, right? So that's already, that defeats the entire purpose of a musical, right? So that's one thing, or at least a very well made and like naturally a natural. No, I don't say naturally intelligent actresses, because I'm sure they're all very very talented, of course, but it defeats the purpose, in my opinion. It's quite a big accident there. This should have not happened, or it should have been made clear from the beginning, because this is not nice. But anyways, and for the Brutalist is basically a movie about architecture and like the human expression in through architecture and art, right? And this also, the thing is, they used some AI tools to create some images during the movie. So like, what is human about that? Where is the human expression in that? It's made by a robot, a tool. It's not even made by an artist. Like, it would have been different if it was an artist making a, you know, a graphic or whatever on computer or whatever. It was literally made by a robot. So that defeats also the purpose of that movie, in my opinion. So it's a big stinker, and people are now saying that maybe well, I think they're saying that both movies now have completely been derailed by this, and like they're no longer the front runners, and they may have lost the chances of taking on many awards at the upcoming ceremonies. So we'll see about that. It's still, of course, not set in stone, because these things change all the time, and conversations are, like, of course, going all in all different directions. But yeah, so that's why I'm also saying, like, that is a big, I mean, alteration to this year's Oscars, because who knows? I mean, I think we had a sort of an idea that it seemed already from the Golden Globes that Emilia Perez and the Brutalist were going to be the main from runners, and like the main awarded movies in that sense at the Oscars and every other place, right? But now, after this, it really is all up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what the different boards are going to vote for in that sense. And I think also another big problem here is that, I mean, people are saying like, oh, the Oscars have already nominated them anyway, so they're going to win. No, the nominations and the shortlist was done before this as well, and the shortlist came out after, but the voting has not happened yet for the Oscars, at least as far as I know. So I'll be surprised to know, what happens there. And it really depends on majorly the Oscars, because that's still the biggest show anyways, like the biggest award show. So whatever they decide to do and whatever they decide to celebrate at these award season, it's going to be a big game changer, I guess, for the long run, and for the future of the industry, I guess. Because if, as I said, if they do allow these movies to win despite this controversy, then they're just opening a floodgate, and a kind of worms that it's not going to be pushed back anymore. So yeah, it's going to again, as I said, also it's going to completely invalidate what happened at the strike. So I am on this occasion siding with the technophobes, but because I think it is also very weird, like, you want AI tools to help you get your routine in check and all that stuff, to help you with your routine, but you don't want AI tools to like replace your jobs. That's what we want. We want AI tools to, like, I don't know, help you clean the house or whatever it is. You don't want an AI tool to, like, replace your job so you will have to clean the house yourself. You know what I mean? So it's very important. It's very crucial. Like, I don't know, I cannot stress this enough. This is like not a simple silly game in that sense. So anyways, I'm getting so dramatic today, but I love the drama, personally. I love the drama. But yeah, let's talk about nominations, and let's see what I'm going to tell you basically what I wish should win at these awards. I'm not sure what's going to happen, as I said, but we'll go with that. So yeah, Best Picture, Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. First of all, I am so impressed for The Substance being nominated. That's such a good turn of events, and I already made an episode about The Substance, so go check it out. I'll look at The Substance in retrospective, and how there may be a chance that now, because of these recent events, it might also have a shot at getting this award specifically. But I'm really rooting for either The Substance, to be quite frank with you, or Conclave. Like, also, don't get me wrong, I love The Brutalist, but I also think that we should take a stand here, a stance in that sense, and not vote for that. Anora, I think also may have good chances, but also again here there's a bit of an issue with the actress Mikey Madison talking about the having no intimacy coordinator again. So again, if the Academy wants to not the Academy, like the Oscars want to like celebrate this type of movie, they're going to send a very specific message to other people. So we shall see about that. We shall see about that. But yes, I am rooting for either The Substance or Conclave, because Conclave was so good, and it seems like both movies are like done at a very. Also, yeah, just to bring back that topic, the AI, like the Brutalist also was done with a very small budget, but now it's clear, like people are starting to question why is this like movie done at such a low cost. Like also, it doesn't have any crazy scenes in there, so but it has very gorgeous shots and very interesting, visual effects in that sense, and visual representations, right? So is it because like AI tools have been taking down the costs in that sense of producing the movie and like editing the movie and all that stuff? Is that the case? People have been saying like that's the only way that this movie can compete with like big blockbusters, that movies like these need AI to control the prices and like this and and all that stuff for making a movie. And I don't know, man, like that's so weird. I really hope that there's no more information coming out of this, because it's just getting weirder and weirder, because if it turns out that most of this movie was also done through AI tools, and many people actually, it was a very exclusionary type of production because of the way that the tools work. Basically only a few people can like be in the room, then I'll be so pissed personally. But yeah, Conclave and The Substance also pretty low budgets, but it seems as of now that they were both done without the aid of any AI tool. At least I'm putting my money down for The Substance, because I've seen the interviews and the behind the scenes, and I know for a damn fact everything was actually made with props. So that explains low cost in my opinion, but also is also a testament of like how you can still navigate this whole shebang of the AI advent in that sense. So yeah, Substance, I'm rooting for you, but also you, Conclave. I really would be happy with both. Now, Best Actor: Adrien Brody for The Brutalist, Timothée Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo Sing Sing, Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, and Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice. Here, now, The Brutalist, Adrien Brody won the Golden Globe, I believe, and if I am at least I'm expecting Hollywood to take a stance against this whole thing. They're not going to award him anymore. So I personally think, and to be fair, I watched the movie The Brutalist. I really enjoyed it, but I would say out of all these performances, I loved Timothy's the most, and I actually think he may have a good chance this year. If he wins, I'll be so happy. I think Timothy in A Complete Unknown was revolutionary for me. I've seen his ranges here a lot, like in Wonka as well, even like last year or whatever, and then Dune and all these other movies. But I think A Complete Unknown really showed me the extra step that he's willing to take, and like how much of a chameleon he is, and how he can like interpret so many different type of characters. So I think he deserves this win. I'm sorry, but he does. Then Best Actress. Here it's where it gets very interesting. Demi Moore, The Substance. Period. Mikey Madison, Anora. Carla Sofia Gasson, Emilia Perez, Cynthia Erivo, Wicked, and then Fernanda Torres, I'm Still Here. Did I say already? Well, I can't remember. But anyways, I am rooting for Mikey Madison or Demi Moore. Like, Mikey Madison and Anora was so cunt. But also Cynthia Erivo was also incredible in Wicked. I don't know, man. The girls have killed it. I would say, but if I have to be completely 100% honest, I would want Demi Moore to win this award. Like, she was, look, first of all, overdue flowers for her, but also, and also Golden Globes already awarded her for, Best Actress in drama or whatever in the movie. She deserves this win. She was so good in this movie. She literally did so much. But also Cynthia Erivo pretty much did the same. Like, both of these two women did a lot of very impressive stunt work, and like went through a lot of transformations for this movie, and also the performances were incredible. So I would say I think it's between Demi Moore and Cynthia Erivo. Actually, I would love to see Cynthia as well win, to be fair. I would be happy with either of them, to be quite frank with you. So my personal bias is Demi Moore, just because I love the movie so much, but either way, it's gonna slay. Best Supporting Actress: Monica Barbaro, A Complete Unknown; Ariana Grande, Wicked; Felicity Jones for The Brutalist; Isabella Rossellini, Conclave; um, Zoe Saldana, Emilia Perez. Now, here, what do I want? Oh, this is a tough choice. Ariana Grande was incredible in Wicked, I would say. So good. She was made for that role. But I think, just because, like, I think it's also her very first role that gets, a spotlight. I don't know. I would want to see more of her range, I guess. Because that's one of the first movies that I've seen of hers where she shows, like, proper, like, probably, maybe it's, like, actually the first proper movie, like, I'm talking about a big, theater release movie. But she was incredible, so I am not sure. Isabella Rossellini in Conclave was so she was so cunt. She was so good. Personally, would want if only like Felicity Jones and Zoe Saldana were not linked to those two movies. You know what? Ariana Grande. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say Ariana Grande. I'm gonna say Arianka. Best Supporting Actor: Yura Borisov for Anora. Yes. Kieran Culkin, Ariel Payne, Edward Norton, A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce, The Brutalist, Jeremy Strong, The Apprentice. Yura, 100%. I cannot stress enough. He was so good in this movie. He needs to win that. Even though I don't know if he's gonna win, but that'll be so good. Then Best Director: Jack Audiard for Emilia Perez, Sean Baker for Anora, Bradley Corbet for The Brutalist, Coralie Forjat for The Substance, James Mangold, A Complete Unknown. Now, this is interesting because Sean Baker, very interesting director, I would say, but also Coralie Forjat for The Substance. She honestly really did that in this movie. Like, if you go and watch, like, the way she also did the full movie is mostly shot in France, as I said in my previous episode, and she add everything down to like the smallest detail. She literally sketched every single scene in this movie. So maybe give it to her. I don't know. I'm gonna skip the screenplay awards in that sense. Best Original Score: The Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. I think Wicked is gonna win this one, to be quite frank. Wicked cannot win in Best Original Song because there's no original song in Wicked. They were all taken from the musical. So I would say for Best Original Song, maybe we'll go to one of the Emilia Perez songs, to be fair. So, oh no, those are not A Complete Unknown either, to be fair. It's not original songs. So maybe that will be one of the Emilia Perez songs, to be fair. Might be one of the winners. Best Animated Feature, that I want to talk about that. Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, and The Wild Robot. Now here, I think it's going to be between The Wild Robot and Inside Out 2. And I think there might be actually a good chance, even though I honestly loved Inside Out 2 more compared to The Wild Robot. But The Wild Robot has had such a big, like, critical acclaim that I think it might have a big chance of winning it. So I think I'm going to put my bets on The Wild Robot, but I loved Inside Out 2 more, just saying. Costume design: Wicked, Nosferatu. Oh, Nosferatu! A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Gladiator 2. I think it's going to be Wicked, to be fair, for costume design. But I think also A Complete Unknown was so good in terms of costume design. Conclave, Slay, but also, I don't know. I don't think it's going to win that. Gladiator 2, whatever. And Nosferatu, honestly, should also be allowed a little, grace here, because it's so good. Best makeup and hairstyling: A Different Man, Emilia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, and Wicked. Makeup and hairstyling. I loved Wicked, to be fair, for that, and costume design as well. But also the work that they've done for the makeup and hairstyling in Nosferatu, like the very 1830s look there, was incredible. I don't know, man. There's so much. Best production design: Wicked, Brutalist, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, and Conclave. I think Dune should win something. Dune Part 2. Cinematography. Oh yeah, there it is. Best cinematography: Brutalist, Dune Part 2, Emilia, Perez, Maria, Nosferatu. I think Dune Part 2 should win this one, to be quite frank. I would have said The Brutalist, but now I want Dune Part 2 to win. Just saying that, Dune Part 2 or Nosferatu, to be fair, because Nosferatu was that girl. So, yeah. Best visual effects: Alien, Romulus. Oh, period. Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked. Visual effects: Wicked, 100%, or Dune Part 2. One of those two has to win. I don't care. So, yeah. And I guess that's it. Whoa, we really went through this quickly. I mean, these are just my opinions. Don't come for me. As again, I said, these are all my wishes now, because in the main categories, I really don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what they're gonna go for, what they're gonna try to support now that this whole drama has been engulfing the film industry. But yeah, very interesting stuff. I would recommend, in any event, watching all these movies in the main categories at least, because they're all very good. I think 2024 was overall an incredible season for the movie industry, for the film industry. There were so many great movies, and you can see here, even though none of them were like big blockbusters in terms of numbers and everything else and traction. But yeah, overall, I'm satisfied with the nominations, even though just one thing I want to share is my big, disappointment was not having challengers in any category at all. Not even best score. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what? And for that, I blame recency bias, I would say, because that movie came out very early on in the year, like in 2024. But I don't care. That movie was incredible, man. Incredible. It is, as I said, my favorite movie of the year. I don't care. And I'm so pissed that it got no nominations whatsoever. Like, I love the acting. Cinematography was impeccable. The way, like, the shot of the tennis ball as well was incredible. The score? Are you kidding me? Even, to be fair, even the costume designs were incredible, but I think also the performances were just so good, direction-wise as well. It was just impeccable. I'm just so mad. Luca Guadagnino must have been so pissed, and I bet they also sort of were not impressed by Queer. It should have been the other way around. I think Queer should have come out first, and then he should have led the season with Challengers. Challengers should have been the movie that should have come out during the award season, and it should have won everything. I don't care. It was so damn good, and I'm so pissed about it. Like, come on. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this episode with this like angry note, but justice for Challenger, justice for Luca Guadagnino. I don't care. He deserved the world. But yeah, look out for the other award seasons, shows that are like about to air in the coming weeks. The Oscars are so far away. I think they're like airing on the 3rd of March. So far away. So, but it would be interesting to see what's going to happen with the other award shows as well, to see what direction the critics are going towards. So yeah, keep an eye on that. I'll be covering any new stuff that comes out of this, of course. So yeah, see you in the next episode. Bye.